Lamont Roach Jr. looked like a baby running back linebacker hybrid. Big old dude, man. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. We live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. We also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats when you come by the live streams that we do. And if you want to debate, the email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. Let's get it cracking. So a picture is surfacing of Lamont Roach Jr. And Lamont Roach Jr., as he's preparing for his fight in the surviving Tank Davis Bowl that he's going against Pitbull Cruz in, Lamont Roach Jr. looked like a dang baby linebacker running back. That boy looking like Ezekiel Elliott, bro. That boy looking big as shit, man. And it's crazy that when you look back, he's the one coming up in weight. This is how you know that fighters' nutrition in 2025, their the sports science behind how fighters are able to cut weight in 2025 is something crazy right now. Because this is about to be the second fight in a row that Lamont Roach Jr. is moving up in weight, and he going to be by far the bigger fighter, bro. He is going to be by far the bigger fighter. Guys like him, guys like Devin Haney, you could throw Bud Crawford in there. These guys, maybe it's the metabolism, it's the sports science, it's the snack, it's the nutrition, it's whatever. But these dudes are really moving up and looking bigger than the people that they're moving up to fight. Now, I know Pitbull is a short dude, and we all know Lamont Roach was going to be taller than him. But Lamont Roach looks like he might be stockier than Pitbull too, bro. So all of this criticism and this flack that Tank Davis is getting, or he received, I should say, for pulling up Lamont Roach Jr., for pulling up Hector Luis Garcia. He actually went down in weight and fought Leo Santa Cruz down at Leo Santa Cruz's weight class where he was champion at the time of 130 pounds. And he got criticism for that as well. And you look at all three of those fights, Tank Davis was smaller than all of them, bro. I think what happened is people remember when Tank Davis was undisciplined and you would see him and he would be puffy and fat, looking like a cheese puff, right? But when he's in shape and he's keeping his weight where it needs to be, man, Tank Davis is small as hell compared to these dudes he's fighting. And to me, that's what makes what he does even more impressive, when he's able to not only compete, but be the sharper puncher in the ring, be the more explosive puncher in the ring, be the one that puts the other person in more danger and stops them and gets all these knockouts, because he's fighting people that are bigger than him every fight. Even Pitbull Cruz was shorter than Tank, but he was bigger and stockier and looked like he had more girth and more weight to him. So I think Tank pulling fighters up, these guys are weight drained when they fight Tank, that is because even guys like Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin, right? That is because they are fighting 2 or 3 weight classes below where they're supposed to be fighting based on their body type. It is very clear right now that Lamont Roach was killing himself to make 130 pounds. It is very clear now that Ryan Garcia was killing himself to make 135. Straight up. It's clear as day. Frank Martin killing himself to make 135. And because guys are killing themselves and draining all the way down, you blame the fighter that's fighting close to his natural weight class and say he's the one weight draining people. He's the one weight draining people. Yeah, you got people walking around fully in shape, 150, 155, 160 pounds. They're not fighting at welterweight. They're not even hardly fighting at 140. They are shrinking all the way down to 130, 135, trying to get it cracking that way, looking for an advantage. So what's wrong with, if you're looking for an advantage, because you're trying to cut a bunch of weight and then be way bigger than me the night of the fight. What's wrong with me then saying, hey, cool, no problem. As the smaller man, I'm going to make sure I put things in place to make sure you can't do that to me. Everyone calls the guys shrinking themselves down and blowing up in weight, they're called warriors. While the guy that's trying to make people fight closer to his weight, trying to make sure it's on the even playing field from a weight perspective, that's the one that's called the coward. But in the real world outside of boxing, we don't do that. That's where the term come from. We actually glorify the underdogs in all other walks of life. We actually go for the person that is smaller. That's that is fighting up. Unless it's Gervonta Davis, I guess, because rules are different for him. That's where the term came from. Y'all ever heard the term pick on somebody your own size? Why don't you pick on somebody your own size? Because you see this big bully, this big dude or this big girl finding the weakest, scrawniest, smallest person in the room, and then they go pick on that person, and someone says pick on somebody your own size. That's what is going on in the sport of boxing right now. Specifically with Lamont Roach, you can't tell me that on the picture that got released of him in shape, and he looked like he in phenomenal shape for the Pitbull Cruz fight. At least physically, he's still looking like he's handling the newfound popularity, I should say, the right way. We'll see where he's at mentally, because he's still going non-stop talking about Tank Davis, but he looks like he's in shape, handling it well. But you can't look at that picture and be like, yo, yeah, that's a 130-pound fighter. You can't even look at that picture and be like, yeah, that's a 135-pound fighter. Hell, you can't look at that picture and say that he's moving up. What will this do? Maybe he'll be a sharper puncher. Maybe he can put a dent in Pitbull. Pitbull's been very durable, got a very good chin, but he's also walking into shots because of how aggressive he is. He also ain't the hardest to hit once you get going on him. Fierro hit him with some shit. Pitbull put on a good poker face, but he was hurt. And Lamont Roach will stand in the pocket and trade with you. So do not be surprised if Lamont Roach is not the stronger, better inside fighter. And if he don't piece Pitbull up a little bit. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash a like, sub to the channel. I appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.